Tutor AF, Arena Fadeva, and if you follow me on Instagram or on YouTube here, you probably remember that last year I took this IELTS progress check and it was pretty good. So since I'm planning on taking the real IELTS test this October, I've decided to try this progress check again and record the whole speaking session for you. Then I'll probably edit it a little bit because I don't want to give you the whole 15 minutes of the raw video. I'll put the score at the end, what score they gave me for this. Actually, I have no idea what questions they are going to ask me here, and I want it to be spontaneous, like as the real exam, because usually on Instagram I give you pre-prepared videos, and of course I write out some good vocabulary and then use it. It's not cheating, but again, it's not real. So I want to be really open and real with you. I'm sorry if I make some mistakes. We're all people, but even if I'm a teacher, I'm still nervous and worried about this test. I'm really stressed out, so I can make some mistakes. And while editing it, I'll just point out at this mistake and tell you, guys, don't make this mistake again. But again, even getting an 8, you can make just little slips. It's okay. Even native speakers make mistakes, right? So I'm just stressed out, guys. And another thing I wanted to warn you about is my cat. If you hear her meowing, that's fine. I'll try not to pay attention to this, but if you hear her on the background, don't worry, it's just my cat. Yeah, and it's not spring. I don't know actually why she meows so often. Guys, okay. I want to be real, so it's spontaneous. Let's check these questions out. I have no idea what topic I'm going to get here. So let's go. Whatever it takes, whatever it goes, let it be as it is, okay?
Now in this part of the test, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
Whew, okay.
Let's talk about what you do. Can you tell me about any work or study you have done?
I've been a wakeboarder for my entire life, and I've been into water sports, and I've been to numerous events and competitions. So I've been wakeboarding for 10 or 11 years now, and yeah, so that's what I've been doing my whole life.
Why did you choose to do this?
Well, I used to be into sports at school. I used to play basketball, but then when I tried this, wakeboarding, when I tried actually riding, it was the most amazing times and amazing minutes in my life, and I decided to do this. It's fun.
What kind of work or study will you do in the future?
I think I'm going to become a wakeboarding teacher or trainer or coach. So I'm going to be certified in this, and I'm also planning on being certified as a fitness instructor. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I want to teach people. I want to work with people. So I'm done wakeboarding myself.
What kind of job do you think would be difficult for you?
Honestly, I think it would be really challenging working as a vet or a doctor, because I'm really sensitive and I can't stand when people or animals are suffering. So it would be really emotionally draining for me to do this kind of job. So it's a no-no.
Let's talk about colors.
Oh God.
What's your favorite color and why?
I really love black. I really love wearing black, and maybe 80% of my wardrobe is black because it's classic. It can fit any occasion, any outfit, starting from sports, finishing with chic parties, and it can look classy and posh, and on the other hand, it can look simple.
Are there colors you would never choose for your clothes? And if so, why?
I would never go for red because it's too bright and I'm a calm person. I think red is too aggressive sometimes and it doesn't match me at all. So I would never have anything red in my wardrobe or at home, or I would never buy red shoes or sneakers. No, it's too aggressive.
Would you ever change the color of your hair?
Well, I had my hair dyed a couple of times, and well, I had it dyed like, I mean, this is a special technique called air touch, which pretty like looks pretty much like surfer's hair. So I haven't changed it completely, but yeah, I would definitely. Going off topic. Oh my
Do you
god.
like to use bright colors in your home? And if so, why?
When it comes to colors at home, I would probably choose something really, again, soothing and calm. And like, I love minimalism, so probably white, beige, black, gray would be okay for my apartment. But I don't really like all this luxury thing, so I would never go for bright colors.
Weekends. How did you spend last weekend?
We went out last Sunday because it was my friend's birthday, and we really enjoyed ourselves that night because the DJ was playing amazing tunes and we were having delicious food. It was an exceptional party, and
Do you generally have to work or study at weekends?
on the whole, I usually study at weekends because I study anatomy right now, and I study languages. I have a lot of classes with native speakers to improve my English. Yeah, generally I study at weekends. I don't work. But it depends again on the season.
What do you enjoy doing most at weekends?
Wakeboarding, of course. So during summer, we usually go out. We go away from the city. We go to different wakeboarding spots on different lakes and just spend the whole day there, practicing and helping others and like teaching them. If it comes to winter, so I just stay in and watch movies.
Do you try to plan how you're going to spend your weekends? And if so, why?
To be honest, time management is not actually my thing, but I'm trying to improve myself. I'm trying to keep up with it. I have a planner where I put down all my things, all my like errands that I have to run. Yeah. So in general, I can say that yes, I plan my weeks and months ahead.
Now I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'd like you to describe an interesting TV program about history you saw.
Guys, it's like epic fail history and TV show. It's absolutely like out of my league. Out of God. Okay, so I have a minute. War and Peace. I would probably speak about War and Peace. Okay, War and Peace. Leo Tolstoy. BBC adaptation of a novel, of this novel, but it's not a novel. Is it a novel? I have no idea. So France, Russia, Napoleon, 1812. Decembrists, are they called Decembrists? I have no idea.
All right. Remember, you have 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
I haven't watched anything on TV for the past 8 years, I guess. So I have a streaming platform, Netflix, and I have like also BBC. So I usually watch something on these platforms, and the historic program that I remember is actually a TV series, a stunning TV series by BBC, which is called War and Peace. This is a novel by an outstanding Russian writer, Leo Tolstoy. I've read this book when I used to study back in high school, and I clearly remember all the historic events he described there. So it was the war between France and Russia and Napoleon's invasion, and like Moscow was burning, and like all these events connected with Tsar Nicholas and Decembrists. So I guess Leo Tolstoy wanted just to write a small book about Decembrists, but in reality he went into details why it all happened, and he went back to 1812. And in this serious adaptation, gorgeous actors just show all this atmosphere of the 19th century, of the aristocracy and peasants, and all these conflicts, since Leo was living at that time and he reflected it on paper. So if I had time, I would probably watch it again, because through 1 hour series, every bit of it seems to be so thoroughly thought over and put it right. These people, like, I mean, it is done by British people, and it was so cool to see their stance on Russian culture.
We've been talking about an interesting TV program about history you saw.
Yes.
And I'd like
It was
to discuss
awful.
with you one or two more general questions related to this.
Related to history.
Let's consider, first of all, important people from history. Who do you think is the most important person from your country's history, and why?
Well, if we take literature, for example, I would say one of the most important people is Lomonosov. I mean, literature, science, and mathematics, and a lot of fields he was taking part in the development of. I would say it's definitely Michael Lomonosov, because he was.
How are important people from history celebrated in your country?
I would say they are represented everywhere, almost in any TV show or in any book, and the Russian people are really they're really attached to celebrities, to historical celebrities, and at schools they are also represented. Like I remember we had all these portraits hanging around my classroom about prominent people, so it's pretty much supported in Russia. Yes.
What kinds of people are famous nowadays, and why?
Because of this infotech revolution, I guess people from different platforms as YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram are famous now, and music celebrities are famous. So yeah, bloggers, regular people are becoming more prominent and loved these days. So I would say these are influencers from the internet. I don't think it's good.
Will these famous people be remembered in the future?
It's rather a hard question about future, because we've no idea what are we up to next day. So I think if they behave well, if they are role models for the generation, they will be definitely remembered in the future. So it all depends on them. If they are looked up to now, and they will be looked up to in the future, I guess so. Role models.
Now let's move on to learning history at school.
Okay.
How popular is history as a school subject in your country, and why?
Well, I think history is really significant in Russia because a lot of, like at school, there are at least maybe 3 or 4 hours of history and social studies at school, at high school. And I know that even at universities, at the first and second year, the history of Russia is still taught, even if this, even if your major is not connected to history, it will still be taught as one of the compulsory subjects.
Children learn more modern history, for example, from the last 100 years?
Well, I think they should, because it will help them to analyze what will happen in the future. It will help them to learn from the mistakes of the past, and it will also develop their critical thinking skills, their analytical skills, and yeah, I think definitely they should learn the modern history, like these past 100 years history. What am I talking about? Like these 30 seconds, I feel so
Do children study enough modern history at school?
Well, I wish they could learn more details and more different opinions about history, since, well, this ideology is changing every century, every maybe half of the century. If we take communism or socialism or liberalism, so all these ideologies, they're changing, and I think students need to have like a wider choice of all this, and they would be able to analyze, but not be like to have just one stance.
Which is more important, to learn about international history or national history, and why?
Honestly, I would say both are important. We can't distinguish like between two types of history. So both the history of other countries and the history of your native country are really significant in our lives, because like we are the people of the world, and it will help us to be more tolerant, to be more, like to be more inclusive and diverse in the future, and to understand other cultures and other people, or people of other countries.
Very much.
That's probably it, guys. And yeah, I'm sorry for my neighbors. They were also doing something, but at least my cat kept silent and everything was fine. I was a little bit stressed out and I didn't really like my answers, but anyway, like, let's see how it goes. And the next photo, I will put like my grades, my scores that I get, because I've already finished the listening, the reading, and the writing parts. So this was the last one, and I hope it's going to be great.
Wow!
And I hope you're going to enjoy this video and laugh with me at me, because history is not my cup of tea, but now I guess it is. Alright, so see you next time, and thank you for watching this video. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter AF, and you can like my videos here. You can go on my website and see what I got there for you. So mostly it's about writing, and I'm planning on having new guides about speaking too. If you like my speaking, you would probably practice speaking with me. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye.